What we can learn from the Apple and FBI debacle. Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of The Future in 5. My name is Jacob Morgan. This is where I share my thoughts, ideas, and commentary on the future of work in 5 minutes or less. And today I want to talk to you about what's going on with Apple and the FBI. Pardon the little bit of mess everywhere, getting ready to move, so there's just going to be chaos all over my place for a couple of days, a couple of weeks actually. Before we get into this week's topic though, I have to thank as usual the folks over at Prism that are making this episode of the video possible. Prism is Prysm, and they're enabling all sorts of future ways to communicate and collaborate using small, medium, and large size screens. Check them out at prism.com. They're doing some really awesome stuff around enabling and creating beautiful visual workspaces. So if you haven't heard yet, there's this big brouhaha, this big debate going on between Apple and the FBI. Basically, the FBI wants Apple to help them access the iPhone of a terrorist suspect, a convicted terrorist. And Apple is saying, no, we're not going to help you. It's an invasion of privacy and security. And so these two camps are starting to form. Should Apple hack their own phone and work with the FBI to get them access to this person's smartphone that is known to be doing harm to other people? Or is that an invasion of privacy or security? Some people are siding with the FBI and saying, yeah, of course you should have to help the FBI. This guy's a terrorist suspect. He's probably got all sorts of crazy information on his phone. We got to get access to it. And other people are saying, well, where do you draw the line? If you hack into this guy's phone, even though he's a terrorist suspect, where does that lead us? That means that the government can hack into anybody's phone, and that means privacy and security is completely out the window altogether. And I think it's really an interesting discussion that's starting to form around the future of privacy, the future of security, even the future of ethics, and how that's going to play out into things. It's a very, very interesting debate and a discussion, and there are a couple sides to this. So first is that, in general, a lot of us are not aware of how much information we give up willingly to third-party providers such as Apple, Amazon, Netflix, anytime we use one of their products or subscribe to their services. So I think it's one thing when we don't really know what information exists about us and people are accessing it. It seems like we're okay with that. But when people are wanting to access something and we know what they're accessing, then all of a sudden it's like, oh, no, you can't do that. So in other words, it's kind of like, I don't want to give you my phone to see my pictures or contacts, but you're more than welcome to look at my Facebook account. You're more than welcome to look at all this other information, my purchasing history, whatever information all these third parties have. And so when we look at, it's of course a simplified example. So when we look at what's going on with this kind of terrorist suspect, it really begs the question, what is the future of privacy and security going to look like? I'm of the camp that I think privacy and security is completely being shattered as it is. I don't think there's much privacy and security that exists anymore. But if we look at the Internet of Things, the Internet of Everything, autonomous vehicles, where we look at automation, all these different types of things that are coming into the world, what is that going to look like when privacy and security comes up? And so I think that what we can learn from this situation is that privacy and security and this idea of ethics is a very, very gray area. And we really don't know what's going to happen. And this is just talking about an iPhone, right? This isn't even 5 years in the future where we're going to live in this massively connected world where what happens when, an autonomous car runs over somebody? What happens when somebody's able to hack into your refrigerator or to your toaster? Or what happens when somebody's able to gain control of all sorts of things that are connected to the web? What does that mean? How much information should the government really control? How much play should they really have in this connected world that we're starting to live in? Now, I don't have the answers to these questions, of course. I just think that it's an interesting debate. It's a very interesting discussion, and I'm more curious to hear what you think about this. Where do you think that privacy and security is going to go? Because obviously, I think this is a conversation that's going to be driven by the masses, by the people. And this is a perfect time to have this kind of debate and discussion. Do you think that privacy and security exists anymore? Do you think that Apple should work with the FBI to help them crack their own phone, even though this means that they might potentially use this to hack into your phone or to anybody's phone? Or do you think that Apple is right in standing up and not going with the FBI and not willing to crack and hack their own phone for that privacy and security reason? And we start to see these different parties emerge, right? We have the individual consumers, we have the government that's getting involved, we have the organizations getting involved, and everybody's kind of fighting and arguing and debating about what it means for the individual, about what the privacy and security means for the individual, which I think is a fascinating debate. And I think there's also this other side of explicit information that is private versus implicit information. In other words, things that we willingly give out versus things that are kind of hidden that we're giving out there, but without knowing too much about it. So I know it's kind of a rant around privacy and security, but I'm really curious to hear what you think about this and where you think we're going. I think we're going to see a lot more debate and discussion and rules and regulations and policies coming out on this subject over the next 5 to 10 years, especially as we move towards this connected world, this internet of everything that we're starting to see. Leave me a comment below. Let me know what you think. If you want to get access to more episodes, podcasts, videos, etc., you can leave me a comment below, or you can visit thefutureorganization.com. If you want to get access to my newsletter on the future of work, just simply text the number 44222 and type in the word future. So again, the number is 44222 and text the word future. That'll automatically add you to the newsletter. That's it for me. My little ramblings are over. I will see you next time on an episode of The Future in 5. In the meantime, let me know what you think about the future of privacy and security. See you in a couple days. Hey, are you interested in the future of work? If so, make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel so you can get all the latest content on the future of work and stay up to date on all the latest trends and happenings. Not to mention, you will make me very, very happy. Make sure to subscribe.